Alright y'all, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get this thing ready, mounted on a 306, but first I'm going to show how this thing was made. I can't even remember what I filmed before, but this thing's been made for a couple months now. Had a buddy make it or weld it up for me anyway, so I'm going to show the video for that first, and then the next video will be installing it. So y'all forgive me for the video kind of just being out of whack, but when you see this video, the next video for the grapple will be on the way. Well, I finally got all my pieces to mount the grapple saw. It's a shame how long it's taken, but I had to get this piece in, and then I had to get this block made. Got the ears welded on there, but I'm gonna have to cut them back off. And I got the pins in. So this piece is what, well, all of it's taken just way too long, but I got this piece in the other day and it wasn't made right, so I had to get it remade. So now I'm gonna take it over to my buddy's house because he's a lot better welder than I am, and he's got a better setup, and I need this thing to hold. So I'm gonna get all this loaded up in the truck and take it over there to him.
Alright, Lindsay done brought me this mount for this grapple saw. Pretty he tried to do it himself, and he don't know what square means. So I guess I'm gonna have to grind all this out and try to get her straight back up. I don't know if you can tell it in the video or not. That just ain't square. A little crooked. But we're gonna get these pins in here and we're gonna get them welded up first. Now I gotta get all this grinded off, or I can break her apart and actually get her straight. So we'll check back in once we get all that done. Looky there, looky there. Well, we got that off. Looks like we got minimum cut away, so that's good. Alright, now we gotta get this cleaned up and get her back ready to weld. Well, a little update. I was gonna try to make it work, just cutting one side off, but you can see, I think you can see that in the camera. It's just a little bowed over, so trying to get them pins in there. I mean, we're looking at, let's see here, let's flip this over. We're bowed about that much, well, that much, for making this thing work. So trying to get them pins to slide in there with that rolled over, it's gonna be impossible. So we're gonna cut this other side off and just start over from scratch. About all we can do. Alright, we got that cut off, so let's see if we can't get this on there correctly. Whew. I am tired of grinding, I know that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna work off this factory edge right here. Looks like we need 9 inches apart. So let's see if we can figure this out here. We got a 10.5 inch plate, so let's find the center of that. Find a quarter right here. So we're gonna come off that 4.5 on each side. That's gonna be my outside to outside right there. Probably gonna get one side tacked up first and just get it good and square, and we're probably just gonna set the other side off the pins. Yeah. Let me get everything set up to tack this up here and we'll go from there. Alright. We got the pins in, we got it tacked up. So, I guess it's time to do some welding on this thing. Once we get done with that, it's going to take a little while. I'm going to weld a bead or two, let it cool. That way we don't get it warping or anything like that. So, let's go fire up the old welder. Let's see here. Maybe she'll crank right on the first lick. Alright. So, we're gonna run some beads and see what we can get done on this thing. Alright, got a couple welds in there. Kind of got my sides locked in a little bit. Let that cool off, and then I'm gonna do a couple more. Lighting ain't very good in here, but
So that's gonna be the end of this video, because that fool forgot to film the rest of it. You know, he acts like a camera is they just come out this year, so he's kind of afraid of it. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. That's a good friend of mine. He's a lot better welder and stuff than I am as far as that goes, and I wanted him to do that part. And of course the ears, we MIG welded them on there, and I think they would have been fine, but I only had one pin at the time, so I couldn't keep it square, so should have never welded it, but I was impatient. But anyway, this has been a year long process because I've been putting it off and been busy with other things. But regardless, the next video will be me actually installing the grapple, so y'all please stick around for that one. I know people's been ready to see it, and the thing is awesome. I finally finished it today and actually ran it a little bit. The next video, there was a lot of work that actually went into installing it on the machine, so that video may get a little long, but there was a lot that went into putting it on there. And if any of y'all is looking to do this, it can be done, and it's really not that hard. It's just there's a lot of custom stuff that has to be done to fit it on an excavator. So that video, it's done, it's ready. Other than we do have to cut the main mount, the one that the very last thing that he set on the plate. We've got to cut that back off and turn it 90 degrees because that was my fault. I was looking at it while everything was on the ground, and I just got it in my head wrong. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Next video, grapple saw.